Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the community, members of the House of Lords, members of the House of Parliament, Your Excellencies in United Nations, human rights organizations, Freemason institution, the member of the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, the donors of the Conservative and Labour Party, the Local Taxpayers Authority, the Royal Borough of Kensington Chelsea Council, and the nation. Many of you have approached me. Before I begin my interview live, I like to say, under the Article 10 of Human Rights that protects my right to hold my opinion and my speech and my story on social media, the government cannot interfere in sharing my personal story, what they have subjected me to. These are the government, the member of the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, law enforcement, the Royal Borough of Kensington Chelsea Council. These are the people who have subjected me, attempted to murder me. The police didn't take it seriously because they are a member of the Freemasonry, and there is another Skull and Bone organization. I don't know about these organizations. I kindly like to enlighten you all. Today, 10th of October 2024, that many of you have seen my documentary and have approached me. They said, Miss Ritchie, what has happened? Kindly enlighten us all and let us know what's going on, that we have not seen you in the media conferences or have not seen any work from you. So today, ladies and gentlemen, and the citizen of Great Britain and nation, I like to enlighten you what has happened to me. As a victim of financial fraud, I have dedicated 43 years of my life serving society with my own funds. I've done parachute jump for Great Ormond Street with my comrades. Since 15 years old, I've been saving my pocket money, helping, going to nursing homes, helping old veterans, sitting with them, giving my time and helping them. I have learnt a lot. I had a great respect for the law enforcement. My work experience in school was at the police station and wanted to career in the police and work my way up to MI5 or MI6 to serve the society, serve the country for the safety of the citizen and the country. I love my country. This is my country. This is where I grew up. And what I have been subjected in these last 7 years is nothing more than atrocity, to attempt to murder me, call me names, try to prosecute me, treated me in a waterboarding treatment, like subjected me into that, blinded me, called me names, saying I'm a spy for Indian government. I am fake, uneducated. I'm a peasant. They installed spy cameras in the hotel room. They stole £3,000 worth of items. I called the police. Didn't take it seriously. At that time, despite me in my homelessness, despite me being suicidal, I was helping the Conservative Party campaign, local campaign. I have supported Mr. Khan in 2014. There was a conference, media conference. Despite my broken arm in a plaster, I went and gave my support. Mr. Khan, you said if I needed anything to contact you, but you disappeared. You even put your name on my plaster. Despite my broken arm, directly from the hospital I came, because that's who I am. I have served the society. I love giving my support. I love helping people. But instead, the small groups of Indians and Pakistanis have taken this Freemason membership and the titles to another level, that they wanted to attempt to murder, subject one woman who's been a blessing to the society, helping everyone. I have supported many people. I have opened my home. I have fed them. Because of God, I've been doing this. I'm a human rights. I love helping people. I've paid taxes for 41 years. I have nothing to my name because I love serving society. I put other people before me. This is who I am. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a philanthropist, an actor, a presenter, an associated author. I was given a doctorate title. I was given a title from Philippines as a beer. In a bracket, I put it as a baroness in English because many people were asking me what that beer mean. So I put that title. They had a problem. Rami Ranger and this small little Freemasonry gangs had a problem. I worked hard with blood, sweat and tears. Now to get to the point, how I met this character. As you know, many of you know, in Indian media, know me very well because I used to have my own breakfast show on 9 Asian TV channels. I was head of the production. And when these Indians came on a working visa, including Kuldeep Singh, the chairman of the MATV, the MATV was closed down and he was stranded. I opened my home, stayed in my house. See, I fed wrong dogs. Excuse my French. And I apologize to the nation that when you help people and the very same people that you supported and the political parties and the House of Lords, nobody had problem with me. I never had problem with no one. But all of a sudden, when we started taking Sharma to court, Freemasonry hell broke loose. They attempted to murder me, subjected me, called me names. Sharma said, I had a meeting with him. I told my accountant, Lord Shaukat Khan, to do his background check. He said, Nina, he's an investor and a businessman in a company house. That's what we saw. We did not see the background of who Sharma really is. But he portrays himself an international investor and a businessman. But little we knew that he's a money laundering mule for Ashcroft, Rami Ranger, and Indian politicians and other politicians. I am perplexed. I am disgusted. This live interview I am doing today will open many people's eyes what has happened in London and what is going on in London. Even I am shocked. I am shocked to learn this, that these are the very political people. These are the politicians, member of the House of Lords, the police, which I had a great honor and respect for, the justice system, the local taxpayers authority, Royal Borough of Kensington, Chelsea Council that are involved in this racketeering, fraud, and attempted murder, sharing personal data of single mothers and single women so that the Freemasonry members can break into their houses and install spy cameras and steal documents, steal food, steal items. These are the Freemasonry members, which I did not know who Freemasons were until Sharma said he's a member of Freemason. I didn't know who they were. Very first meeting, he said his friend is Lord Ashcroft, which I knew Lord Ashcroft because I was doing my law degree and I was reading his articles on international money laundering and fraud. when I was told the money laundering, I didn't know what money laundering was until I started Googling what money laundering meant and what it was, and it's a crime. Then I knew Sharma's doing money laundering. I told my accountant and Lord Shaukat Khan that, why did you not tell me Sharma's involved in this crime? He said, Nina, we didn't know. Prior me coming out of the meeting, very first meeting with Sharma, he signed the documents, which I have evidence. If Sharma didn't want to pay 25% of my work commission, he should have said, I'm sorry, Miss Ritchie, but I don't agree with 25%. I agree with 15%. I would have said, okay, fine, not a problem. I put blood and sweat and tears with that project. I put everything together as I was doing my law degree part-time, studying. Many people know this. I have evidence. And a lot of human rights organizations have seen my documents. Therefore, they have given me supporting letters. And everybody knows, Freemason know that Sharma owes me money. Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger knows Sharma owes me money. Many organizations know Sharma owes me money. Freemasonry are very well aware Sharma owes me money. Despite that, they supported this criminal. I don't know what lies he has been fabricated against me. He said in the meeting, which I've had plenty of meetings. I've been meeting high profile people since the age of 18. I've traveled half of the world. I have never seen anyone say to me he's a member of Freemason, which I never knew who Freemasons were. And his friend is a Lord Ashcroft. Even if he committed murder, he's above the law. He's untouchable. I didn't take notice of that. As I came back home after the meeting, Lord Shaukat Khan, my accountant, called me and said, how did the meeting go? How was it? And I said, well, meeting was well. Mr. Sharma wants to invest $3 million. And I said, really weird. Who are the Freemason? And Lord Shaukat Khan told me, oh, there's an organization who support charities and businesses. I said, oh, okay. He said, why? I said, Sharma said he's untouchable. Freemason and Lord Ashcroft are protecting him even if he committed murder. So he laughed, and Lord Shaukat Khan said, nobody's above the law, Nina. He's just probably trying to impress you. Just forget it. So we forgot about that. Went to New York. I put a project together, had a meeting in NBC studio. He signed the contract there. I have witness statement from that Sharma owes me money. Now, as we came back, one of the law students was at my place at 9 o'clock in the evening. He was just about to wrap up and go home. He came with his books, second and third year books. And we were sitting wrapping up. And I get a call in the evening from Mr. Sharma. He said he wants 60% of my company. He wants to invest $1 million. I said, Mr. Sharma is my brand. And I do not want any business partners. I don't want anybody. And kindly pay the invoice that you're supposed to pay the work I have conducted. And it took me 3 months to put everything together. And I worked with blood, sweat, and tears. I put my time and effort into this project. He said, let's see how you do your business. Let's see how you do your law degree. I will make you homeless. I will kill you. I will destroy you. Since then, I was shaken. And I've never seen this type of threats. My law student friend probably saw me. And I said, are you threatening to kill me? And he says, yes, I am. So my law student colleague said to me, Nina, call the police. I said, no. Lord Shaukat Khan and my accountant did his background check. Let me speak to them. I spoken to them. They had a word with him. And he basically said, okay, I will pay. So he paid 2%. And he was supposed to pay the rest of it every month. And the money didn't come. He would make excuses to me and my accountant. He would make excuses, and he would call me and make excuses. And all of a sudden, 2017, I was made homeless out of the blue. My landlord didn't want me to go before. And all of a sudden, I'm being made homeless. And I've spoken to one of the counselor, the Pakistani counselor. I said, listen, can you speak to my landlord, while I've been evicted, I've been paying rent on time, everything's been okay. I didn't realize I was really in a bad situation. I felt degraded asking counsel or anyone for help, because I just don't like asking people for help. And I told Fida Mahmood, I said, look, my life is in danger. This guy's been threatening to kill me for a long time. Please, I need somewhere safer while I fight this case. So Lord Shaukat Khan in my accountant said, Nina, my accountant said, Nina, sister, you can come and stay at my house until you, and I said no, because I didn't want to disturb anyone in Tooting. And I said, no, it's okay. He said, you can come and stay here, sister. And I said, no, it's all right. The council put me in the most filthiest places. They would keep moving me around while I was taking this case to Sharma. I was put in a danger. They put me in a temporary accommodation. And they put a spy camera in the hotel room. £3,000 worth of my items were stolen. I called the police. And the police came from Kent. I didn't realize the police came from Kent at that time. I was suicidal. We took Sharma to court. We sent him letters after letters. Lord Shaukat Khan was supposed to represent me. This Pakistani barrister told me that she's a civil barrister, but didn't realize she's an immigration barrister. She said, Nina, don't say anything in the court. I will speak. I will win the case. I have seen the case. It's strong. You've got the evidence. That's what I was told. I was suicidal. I was suicidal in the court. I was really pushed to the suicide. This is the Conservative Party, yes? And the member of the Labour Party and the Conservative Party, this is what they do. They send their members they push you to the suicidal state. They steal from you. They will kill you and destroy you. I didn't realize that these people are involved in this racketeering and mafia gangs. Only recently I have realized that these are the politicians. These are the member of the House of Lords. This is Lord Ashcroft. Lord Ashcroft, I used to read his articles. I used to admire his work. And he's involved in attempting to murder innocent women. He's involved in international money laundering. He's indirectly involved in drugs trafficking, indirectly. And he should be investigated. The Crime Stoppers, they all should be investigated. They all should be investigated. I'm literally shell-shocked. My apologies for the interference. Now, when we came back, I didn't realize Sharma was the one who was behind all this. What has happened to me. I didn't realize when we were in court, Lord Shaukat Khan said to me, I'm sorry, Nina, we'll sit down and bring the case back to overturn the decision. I didn't know what was happening because I was really suicidal. I was in a really bad state at that time. I wasn't well at all. And obviously, he said, my hands were tied. I said, who tied your hand? Who tied your hand? He said, a Freemason. I said, why would they? I said, why did they tie your hands? For what? I didn't realize it because I wasn't in the right mind at that time. And yes, he mentioned Freemason. I didn't realize Freemasons are an occult. I didn't realize Freemasons were into this murdering people. I didn't realize Freemason has a hold in politics and law enforcement and in the courts. I thought British Constitution upheld the rule of law. Our British Constitution supported human rights, advocating against crime, against inhumane treatment, and believed in humanity. What has happened, may I kindly express that some of the few, please do not get me wrong, I am not putting the community down. I am not putting the Indians and Pakistanis down, but just a small group who are involved in racketeering and money laundering and fraud and other crimes. Now, may I kindly... So Sharma's behind all this. I didn't know. When he threatened, then when it was keep going in my mind, and that I remembered when Sharma said in that meeting, first meeting, he's a member of the Freemason. Even if he committed murder, he's been protected by Lord Ashcroft and Freemason. I didn't know this. And Freemason were asking me for help, which I have evidence. They asked me to bring members, lawyers, judges, people with money, business people, all them. So I said, okay. I thought it's just an ordinary organization, institution. I said, okay, I'll help you. No problem. So I did. And I am literally shocked. This is what has happened to me. Lord Rami Ranger, 2018. He was not Lord at that time when I was suicidal state. He said, thank you, sister, pray for me. I want to get lordship. And I prayed for him. And I said, you will get your lordship. Don't worry. So he did. I didn't know Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger were helping Sharma. I didn't know they're helping him in his money laundering. And they're the one who put him in politics. As we started, my accountant died. Lord Shaukat Khan died. And I was given a place in South Kensington, but all of a sudden I was put here next to criminals and mentally sick people, which I'm not accustomed to. And since they put me here, I've had break-ins. The front door had a padlock, and you can push it with one finger, my front door, so anybody can break into it. So I've had break-ins after break-ins. Didn't realize that Sharma's behind all this. Didn't realize that Mr. Douglas Goldring, Kemi, I am shocked that Mr. Douglas Goldring, he gets £100,000 job he has, and he's behind this racketeering. Didn't realize the Felicity Buchan, Greg Hands, the member of the Conservative Party and the Labour Party, Alison Eve, the councillor who asked me for £250 to go to the conference, the Conservative Party conference, and I declined. Didn't realize that she was behind making me homeless too. And her ex-boyfriend. And when I like to stress this too, when I was made homeless, when I was in the council and I saw Alison Eves and her police officer boyfriend smirking at me, and I get a call at that time, private number, said, see, we made you homeless, and laughed and put the phone down. I said, who is this, before I can say who he is. Didn't realize it was Sharma behind this. And I was in a bad state. I had to call I called the police. Police started writing. I get a letter from the police, from the National Health Service mental institution, saying, oh, Miss Ritchie, the police has contacted us that you have a behavior problem and mental health problem. I said, excuse me? I was shocked. I was waiting for a letter from the police saying that we're investigating your crime. But instead I got a letter, and then I started investigating more, called my GP, and I said, why are the police contacting you? I don't have a mental health issues. I don't have a behavior problem. I'm a victim of crime, financial fraud. I'm a victim. I'm getting harassed. Since doing one project, taking Sharma to court, since prior meeting Sharma, I've never been subjected to any crime. No, I've never had the police knocking on my door. The only time the police would come is when I'm helping them. And when the Grenfell fire happened, I was homeless. Despite the little money I had, I bought sandwiches and drinks for the police officers. I have evidence of that in the church. I gave my time, and this is how they all paid me, by attacking me, threatening to kill me. I get a message saying we are Freemason. We know who you are. We're gonna blacklist you. We attempted murder message. I called the police, and they said, take your anxiety tablets, and laughed and went. This is what I got. I had one police officer say to me, I'm going to try and find that recording. My phones were hacked. I've got 5 phones. All my 5 phones were hacked, listening to my calls. Then this journalist, pretend to be a journalist or fake journalist, Abdullah Rabbi, said, oh, Miss Ritchie, I'm, Moroccan. He said, oh, Miss Ritchie, I've been on your Facebook 2017 and to do an article. Can I, if you want me to do an article, a story, what has happened to you? I said, not a problem. Me, I see every good in everyone. I do not see negative in anyone. Went to meet him to give an interview. He recorded me. He had one of the I don't know, he came from the ex-police detective, whatever, sitting on the, he started acting really weird. He said, oh, no, look, there's a spy. Who is this man? I said, which man in the restaurant? He acted really weird. Then he said, oh, he's a spy. And I knew he came with that. He came after 10 minutes after I came to the restaurant. I bought him a Christmas gift, thinking he's helping me writing my article, doing my story. So I thanked him with a Christmas gift. Didn't realize he was recording me. Didn't realize that he's the one who was broken into my apartment and installed spy camera. I didn't realize he's the one is been paid by Sharma to go to the National Health Service and write all the fake reports and write everything else. Didn't realize that he's the one, Abdullah Rabat, the Moroccan, with Fida Mahmoud, who he knows very well in the council, that I've been stationed next to all the criminals and drug addicts who are Moroccans and the council. I'm not subject. I've never seen anything like this. I've never been in this environment. So it affected me. And started saying that, oh, you changed your name after your divorce. Oh, your blanket fails. Oh, your perfume. Oh, you have this. And I thought, how do you know all this? He went through my passport's been stolen. My old passports. My documents out of my suitcase been stolen. I called the police. Look at this. This is Sharma. This is Royal Borough of Kensington Chelsea Council. I am conducting this interview live so you can share it. And this is what they subjected me to. We wrote to the House of Parliament, House of Lords, saying please ask Lord Rami Ranger not to support Sharma in his criminal activities and what he's doing. So I get a letter saying, stop sending us. We've got enough information to stop sending us, or otherwise we're going to take further action. This is the letter this is what email I got. My emails were hacked. The police hacked all my emails. And I didn't realize the police are involved in this racketeering. I didn't realize the police are part and parcel of gangs. I didn't realize police were being paid off. Then one of the detective, who was a detective in Notting Hill Station, Moroccan, lives in Brighton, pretending to help me, asking me for £10, £20, £30, £50, telling me his daughter's stuck somewhere, she's in danger, to give him money. So I did. I have evidence and text messages of that. And all of a sudden he's got £15,000. And I said, if you got £15,000, why are you asking me for money? I said, I'm not going to send you. All of a sudden, action fraud reports have been deleted. Everything's been deleted. We called the Crime Stoppers. They didn't take it seriously. Mr. Ashcroft, I have a message for you. You are involved in heinous crime. The crime that's happening in London are because of you. The police are being corrupted. SFO, NCA, I have a message for you. The crimes that your Sharma has committed, and a fraud act under a fraud act 2006 with a fake degree and fake college certificate scam. May I kindly enlighten everyone in the nation and the Freemasonry and everybody else that Barbara Khan, the 83-year-old dead woman, Sharma has been using her name with 2 companies, a Pingo, and there's another company that's linked with Barbara Khan. 260,000 companies. And there is a press release on that stating that is a mafia and terrorist act somebody's doing. One of the Nigerian diplomat was put in prison because he was associated with that company, Barbara Khan's, and Sharma is involved in that. Now, other people who have been put in prison for fake degree and forgery, why is Sharma being protected by Freemasonry and Lord Ashcroft? Lord Ashcroft, your Crime Stoppers charity should be investigated under Fraud Act 2006 and all the heinous crime that your Crime Stoppers is protecting. Your Crime Stoppers charity is supposed to protect the citizen of this country who are victim of crime. That was the prime purpose of you establishing that Crime Stoppers. You have the police under your wings, and this is what you're doing. As I started investigating more and more, I didn't realize Lord Ashcroft is part of that. And wherever there is a money laundering or drug associated with drugs, Lord Ashcroft's name comes up. There's an article about it. There was one of the MP in House of Parliament questioned about his activities. I started investigating more and more that it was Sharma's behind all this, and they're protecting Sharma. Sharma is doing money laundering. As I investigated and made phone calls to India, and Lord Shaukat Khan and my accountant said, oh, Sharma actually was in prison when he was younger. Then I thought, okay, I was gonna sort of, I called India, and they said yes, and these are not accusations, these are the truth. So if they're trying to cover up all these crimes, don't believe them. I don't believe even an inch of these crimes that they're trying to they have committed against me and against all these heinous crimes. They have accumulated wealth. They are involved in cash for favors. They are involved in the Conservative Party. I don't know much about the Labour Party, what they're involved in, but the Conservative Party, 101% are involved in racketeering, fraud, attempted murder, pushing the brink of suicide. They breached 34 rule of law against me, thinking that they are a member of the Freemasonry so they can get away with it. They blacklisted me, so I do not do business anywhere, or I do not work. My physical health has really suffered. I had mild stroke. I suffered from mild stroke. I had shingles. I was bedridden for 6 to 7 weeks in the bed. Now I can't even walk half a mile. I can't even go and look for do my business or do it. They're stopping me. And Lord Rami Ranger, all those human rights organizations I was part of and supporting, and all these people, the witnesses who supported me. Sharma has sent his Freemasonry, thinking he's above the law, untouchable, even if he committed murder, which he has raped women, installing spy cameras in women's apartment, records them, and putting them in some sort of a dark web. 2 people approached me through my documentary when they said that they put spy camera in my apartment, and I thought, why would they want to put spy camera in my apartment? 2 people who are prominent, and these are the ex-person who's an investigative person, who used to work in a HRMC investigation fraud department, said, Miss Ritchie, are you sure they haven't put you in a dark web? And I said, what is a dark web? He gave me the link. I looked, and this is a filthy place that you dirty women go in there. This is what they've subjected me into. This is what they try to tarnish my reputation. And this Sharma's involved. And Sharma's been put in politics. His 99.9% CV is fake. He did not do a law degree. He did not go to university, because I called the university and they said there's nobody by that name. And we do not have anybody at the age of 17 in our university. You have to be age of 18. Now, they put this murderer, Sharma, the rapist, 11 bank accounts in India, money laundering, involved in fake college certificate scams and all the other scams, international properties. SFO and NCA are not are protecting him. Everybody, I haven't not even committed the crime, and they want to put me in prison. The other thing I like to enlighten everyone, that when Mr. Hasmukh Goyal came to my apartment to see the documents, he briefly said, who knows, if you go to India, they might plant drugs in your suitcase. And I said, who? He kept quiet. I said, why would they want to do that? They said, Nina, I will help you. I'm a member of the BJP and I will help you. I will send you the letter, witness statement letter. I will send you the letter. I have seen the documents. and Sharma owes you money. Sharma has the 11 bank accounts, and Sharma was at your hotel room where you were. And the police are protecting him. This is what I got. So this is, and I said, really? Now, I started investigating and see how God works. I'm very good at investigating and research. I am not a dumb woman. I am not uneducated. That Rami Ranger, the criminal, the old man who's 72, and Ashcroft who is 72, you should be a prime example in the society for the future generation. But you are involved in cash for favors, money laundering, fraud, and the crime that's been happening in central London, attempting to murder, and these women are Freemasonry, are involved. They're stalking, and they're still stalking, hacking into my phones and listening to my conversations so they can block me everywhere. They blocked me from Age UK, getting help from them. And Hasmukh Goyal, Kuldeep Singh, and Rami Ranger, and Ashcroft, and the member of the Conservative, who are you small little Indians and Pakistani involved in this racketeering, attempting to murder an innocent woman, threatened to kill me, calling me I'm a spy for Indian government, try to plot antisocial behavior letters to me, trying to write a fake unfound mental illness, which I do not have mental illness, report against me. If you subject someone for 7 years of harassment, death threats, and all this, what you have tormented someone in human rights by breaching 30-fold rule of law, and Human Rights Act 1998, 3, 4, 8, and 11, plus other fraud acts 2006 and other acts, Lord Rami Ranger, you have abused your position of authority and you have breached the code of conduct in House of Lords. Your lordship should be revoked. Ashcroft, your Crime Stoppers charity should be investigated for attempted murder and other deals. NCA, SFO should be investigated. And your Freemasonry, I have a message for you. You are committing heinous crime in London. You are breaking into women and you're killing the women. I had ex-lawyer from Scotland. She was in tears saying, Miss Ritchie, I have seen your documentary. I feel your pain, what you're going through, because the Freemasonry said to me, if she exposes and if she shares her story, they're going to see her body in the water. These are the Freemasonry. I thought they were business people. I thought they're honorable because they have royal family in them as members. They have politicians as members. They have members of the House of Lords as members. And they have elite groups in there as members. And I thought they're law-abiding citizens. They have police officers, Scotland Yard, NCA, SFO as members. I thought they are law-abiding citizens. They respect the rule of law and British Constitution. May I kindly, with anger, say they do not. They support the crime, the mafia gangs are ruling London. Today, I am shocked. The human rights organization, women rights organization, and all these politicians, Indians and Pakistani, are paying, and they've got blood on their hands. They have committed crime. They have committed crime. And Sharma's behind this, and they put this criminal rapist, the murderer. He came to this country on a student visa, didn't even go to school or the college. And this is the crime that he has committed. And he got Royal Borough of Kensington, Chelsea, the Conservative Party, the Labour Party members, the Freemasonry members. Ashcroft, Rami Ranger, he's hiding behind them. Member of the Congress, member of the Labour Party, member of the BJP, RSS. I get a message from Mr. Hasmukh Goyal. Give me £100, we can harm Sharma. Nice one, Mr. Goyal. You wanted to plot and frame Nina Ritchie. I hope you realize Nina Ritchie is a spiritual woman. God shows her like a TV screen. What you people are going to do. All the crimes from 2018 to 2024, 2017 to 2024 has been reported to the police. I have the crime references. I have the phone calls. They are all on LinkedIn. They are on social media. And the Royal Borough of Kensington Chelsea Council are involved in racketeering. They are doing fraud. Mr. Douglas Goldring, Kemi, Fida Mahmood, Charlene Halal, Lena Meher. I like to kindly tell you that instead of putting me in prison, you should be in prison. You have abused your position of authority by writing fake antisocial behavior and misconduct. You're sending neighbors to write fake reports about me, about the noise and antisocial. I've never had this before in my life. I don't make noise. I pray. I don't have loud music. I don't do drugs. I don't do all those things. I've supported that woman next door. She has a mental health issue. She's mentally sick, and you put me near mentally sick to disgrade my reputation that I have built with honesty and integrity for 43 years. And Lord Rami Ranger, the corrupt Ranger, you used to send me videos of anti-Muslim videos. Wouldn't it be nice if I exposed you at that time? Lord Rami Ranger, you paid 1 million to David Cameron, and Mr. David Cameron came to your warehouse to collect the money with taxpayers, police escort, which it shouldn't really happen. Lord Rami Ranger, you got your lordship through cash for favors. Your company should be investigated. And one of your ex-members told me, I had that message, but 5 of my phones, my WhatsApp been hacked, everything been deleted. Thank God I had some more, as I could salvage some of the text messages. Otherwise you would have said to me, oh, she's talking in the air, she's mentally ill. So nobody would, oh, don't do business with Nina Ritchie, she's mentally ill. I build my reputation with honesty and integrity. I'm not a kid. You've taken my family. You took my children away from me. You took my family away from me. You turned my family against me. You've turned everybody else against me. You went through my witnesses who gave me witness statements. You gave them jobs. You gave them promotion to go against me, not to support me. You blocked all my support. But are you going to block God from supporting me and exposing your criminality? Lord Rami Ranger, you got a distribution in 150 countries because you're paying Freemasonry 25% out of your business to open the doors for you and sacrifices. I've never ever seen anyone doing voodoo and witchcraft in front of my house. One of the pastors, one of the imam, one of the said to me, sister, they're doing witchcraft on you. That's a voodoo dolls. I sent them pictures. I said, this is my in front of me. He said, throw it out. I have pictures. They turned camera away from my front door before they can break in. This is Abdullah Rabbi, Don Luchini, ex-detective, Moroccan. Fida Mahmoud, Moroccan, used to work for the Moroccan charity thing. So this is my story. And I hope all of you feel ashamed of yourself that you're doing money laundering, you're doing fraud, you are into all sorts of heinous crimes, and your Sharma is part and parcel of it. He has raped women, and one of them is a Pakistani woman, Muslim woman, that he's raped. And she has not said anything. But Sharma, you're lucky I didn't call the police when you were leaving messages, I will kill you, I will kill you. But at least I have a text message. The police has seen all my messages. Police know that you're doing money laundering. Interpol knows you're doing money laundering. NCA, SFO, they know you're doing money laundering and you're doing fraud. You should be in prison. Under the rule of law in United Kingdom, nobody's above the law. And Freemasonry, you are not above the law. People are watching you. You're going, harassing, stalking women and attempting to murder them, breaking into their houses with the help of your local taxpayers authorities, the Royal Borough of Kensington Chelsea Council. How many years have you been doing this? How long have you been doing this and attacking innocent women? This is my story. and my campaign goes on. Sharma owes me money. I have worked day and night for that project, and it's rightfully mine, and he better pay for it. He's going to pay 7 times 7. He's not going to get away with it. He has abused his position of authority, and you put this murderer, the rapist, with a fake degree, forgery, lied to the election board about his CV. It's a crime. So what are you going to do about it? And Freemasonry, you know very well who Sharma is, because you're the one who put him in politics through Ashcroft and Rami Ranger. And they're the most corrupt lords. And they're going about, oh, we have 150 country distribution. Of course, Mr. Rami Ranger, because you're giving money to your Freemasonry. So you can go and kill and destroy and steal from women. Of course, they're going to give you titles. Of course, you're going to be surrounded by all these people because you paid them. And you're stopping me from doing business? You're stopping me from earning money and put me in this poverty situation and putting me in DWP, a degrading situation? When my company would have been made 3 to 4 million pounds with projects that I had. Everything's been stolen out of my own house. That's a crime. Trespassing is a crime. Sharing personal data, privacy law, data protection, crime. That's what you have subjected into me. I cannot walk. My health is declining. I had to call in the middle of the night. I had to call the ambulance. Doctor thought it was a heart attack and I was rushed to the hospital. There was a fire in a temporary accommodation. I've been blinded. I have evidence. So ladies and gentlemen, the nation, member of the House of Parliament, Justice Minister, Mr. Choke, you have all ignored a woman who's fighting and who's a victim of financial fraud. And you believe this criminal Sharma, Ashcroft and Rami Range who are protecting heinous crime, who are protecting the terrorism, who are protecting murder, and you are part of that. You tried every trick in the book for last 7 years to attack me and put me in prison unlawfully. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the nation, human rights organizations, your excellencies, House of Parliament, House of Lords, now who is a criminal? Me? Who has a behavior problem? Me or the people who have committed all this heinous crime against me? I'm perfectly fine. My brain works perfectly. My physical health, I can't walk. They kept me here in the condensation. Fida Mahmood, it is not your money you were giving me. I didn't ask you for money. I said, take me out of here. And what you said to me? We're not going to move you. We're not going to help you. You cut my benefit money. I paid taxes for 41 years. And Fida Mahmood, you should be sacked. Lina Meher, you should be sacked. Douglas Goldring, you should be sacked. Felicity Buchan, you should be investigated as an MP. You ignored my plea. Forget about my plea for last 4 to 7 years. You ignored the chairman of UKIP party who wrote letters. Scotland Yard, we sent evidence. Probably threw it in a bin. So I ask you all, the citizen of this country, and the nation and human rights organization, United Nations. Now you have seen my 1 hour of interview. This is what Indians and Pakistani have been doing and accumulating wealth. You can investigating the properties in Greenford, Wembley, Hounslow, Heston, East London, Leicester. It's all money laundering, and Central London. It's money laundering. And Lord Rami Ranger should be investigated under Fraud Act, aiding and abetting and supporting international money laundering. Nico Napa, Ken Bogal, the law firm, they should be investigated. I had stone thrown at my window. I had eggs thrown at my window. I've been threatened by the lawyers. His lawyers. I've been called names. My reputation is degraded. So this is what they've been doing all this time. So I'm basically sharing my story, and these are the people that needs to be investigated. Even 1% who are God-fearing in House of Parliament, House of Lords, which I still think that God will touch your hearts, and I hope they repent from doing further harm to women and children, and women who are trying to put food on the table, who are trying to succeed with integrity and honesty, which I have been doing, and I'm always there for them. And I just hope that they repent for the sins that they have committed. They have to be, one of the 33rd degree Freemasons said to me, they have to nominate a person to be stalked and harassed and murder in order for them to get initiated or something. I don't know what's going on, but this is the truth. Freemasonry, you can lie until the cows come home, and you teach your members to lie and defend them, say to them they didn't do it. So stop doing that. And those are the same tactics that RBKC Council put the blame on the victim rather than on themselves. And that's what Freemasons do. So all those who want to join Freemasonry, do not join them. They are not reputable. They're going to make you into narcissistic killers. Yeah, and you're going to have blood on your hand. These are who are the Freemasonry are. I didn't know these are Freemasonry. I didn't know Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger were part of all this. They have to kill. They have to do certain things in order to gain power and position. And these are the true statement. They can go to hell where they belong. I have no respect for these people, especially Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger. And I like to also say, what was the RSS doing in the NAE? What was the RSS? Why did you send RSS member in NAE? Why would you send your fake plumbers and fake people all the way from Luton? Why would you send the fake people pretending to do the work and were taking pictures and recording them in my own apartment? That's a privacy law you have breached against me. You have breached 34 plus rule of law against me, and you should be investigated and imprisoned. And these are the true story. Thank you. God bless you. And thank you for listening to me. My campaign will go on. Goodbye.